What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to another video of the Black Sheep Enterprise. I just had a little bit of inspiration right now, and I just kind of wanted to talk to the camera a little bit and just be transparent with you guys and just be real with you guys and kind of let you know, number one, kind of what's going on in my life, the struggles that I'm dealing with, the things that I'm dealing with on a daily basis, and also just a little bit of, a little bit of insight and a little bit of topic that I've been wanting to talk about for some time to the camera and just be transparent and real with you guys. And hopefully I pray to God that it resonates with you in some form or way. But ultimately that topic is why I dropped out of college and why I chose to go down what you may otherwise call the narrow path, and to ultimately not take as traditional of a path that everybody else that I knew was taking, whether that be my peers, my family members, so on and so forth. And yeah, I would really like to dive deep into that. So number one, what's kind of going on in my life, I'm doing e-com, not that you guys necessarily care, but I just wanted to kind of touch on the fact that, guys, everybody goes through things, everybody learns things, everybody experiences different things throughout their day. And although I have had the blessing from God to be able to be self-employed and do the things that I do on a daily basis, which is e-commerce and making money online. At the end of the day, we all go through things. We all face different obstacles. We all face different, hurdles in life. And I want you all to know that I'm there with you, man. You're not alone in this, and whatever it is that you're going through, because everybody, I feel, at some point in their life always goes through something, whatever it may be. Some people more than others. The reality is that we're all in this together. And I know sometimes we get caught up in our own brain and our minds, and we tend to acknowledge our own problems, but we don't tend to acknowledge the fact that other people struggle just as much as us, and that we all have issues and we all have problems that we need to deal with and that we need to handle on a daily basis. And coming to that common knowledge and coming to that conclusion that everybody goes through things will make you feel a lot less alone in this world. And so, someone being, just getting into YouTube here and someone that you don't even know yet, I just want to let you know that I'm a human being too, guys. And we all go through shit, and it's okay. And I'm in it with you. And, whether that be paying your bills or, going to a work that you don't like, or going to school, or dealing with family or friends, problems, things like that, guys, everybody goes through it. We've all been through this. And I've noticed that although there are some outstanding YouTubers that are very transparent with this, and just entrepreneurs in general and people that, quote unquote, we perceive as very successful, do talk about these things, a lot don't. And a lot of people act as though they got a million things that are going on that are good, and, there's nothing bad in their life. And I just want to let you all know that it's not real. It's not actually the genuine truth that ultimately these people are portraying. People go through shit. Everybody does. I don't care how successful you depict yourself to be, because success is very relative. You may be a successful mother, you may be a successful brother, right? You may not have financial success, but success is relative to anyone, and everybody. And at the end of the day, so are your problems. And so that's what I want to talk about real quick here, is the fact that you all have to understand that perception is reality, and whatever the mind believes, the mind will conceive. And so if you believe the world is terrible and it sucks and that your problems will never be fixed, well, you're right. You're ultimately 100% right. You can perceive the world that way and have that insight on the world. But I tell you this, if you just simply flip it on its head and look at it in a different perspective and from a different point of view, I promise you'll start to look at the world differently, and you'll start to realize that it's not what it seems, and that ultimately, as soon as you seek the good in this world, and the second you begin to find what is good as opposed to what is bad, and you shift your perspective and paradigm of ultimately always going to negative, you start to seek out the positive, and as a result, your life just gets more positive. And so I encourage all of you to begin looking at the good things that are in your life as opposed to all the things that are going bad. Perception is reality, once again. And I really mean it when I say, If you seek happiness, you'll find it. If you seek despair, you'll find it. You know, positive and negative need to coexist within this world, because without positive, there would be no negative, and without negative, there would be no positive. But the reality is that we are the controllers of our perception. We are the leaders of our mindset. And so I know a lot of you may believe that your mindset is fixed and that your situations are fixed, but I promise you, if you just put in a little bit of work, you work at it, and you take time for yourself to acknowledge the fact that you can look at the gratitudes in your life and the things that you're actually grateful for and the blessings that you've been blessed with, and go from that point of view as opposed to a negative one. And frankly, a lot of people don't do that, and I promise you, your life will get a whole hell of a lot better if you do it. And it's such a simple thing that people tend to overlook it. People tend to think it's more complicated than it actually is. And so I just want to give you guys some insight on that and let you know that it's possible to make every single dream, every single goal that you guys have doable. And if I can be of any substance to you on this YouTube channel, if you can walk away from anything, if you don't watch another fucking video from me, I don't care. If you can take away from this video the fact that you are the ruler of your world, and that you can ultimately change your reality with the snap of a finger, with a literal snap of a finger, I promise you, you'll live much better life. So there's that. Now, going back to the topic of why I dropped out, right? So kind of tying within this topic, right, that I'm already talking about, being you are the leaders, you are the controllers of your life, you have to do what you want to do. And I realized very quickly that with college, that was not something I wanted to do. My whole life, I struggled with school because it wasn't something I was actually interested in. It wasn't that I didn't want to educate myself, because I educate myself every single day. I just got done reading a book right now, The Richest Man in Babylon, which I'll be making a video on because it's one heck of a book that really breaks down really some good financial stuff. But besides that fact, you know, you need to ultimately do what you want to do, because the reality is that we're here one moment and we're not the next. And life is very precious. And once you realize that life is precious, you start to take your time more seriously and invest your time into the things that you actually want to do. And that's all I do. On a daily basis, all I'm doing is things that I want to do, right? Whether it be with these individuals, whether it be, you know, surrounding myself with the right people, whether that be surrounding myself with the right knowledge, with the right consumption of news, so on and so forth. Guys, you are the individuals that dictate that. And so when I realized very quickly that college, if I continued going down this route, was something that I did not want to do, and that I would be that much further away from my goals if I did it, well, I just quickly made the decision of dropping out. And a lot of people may look at that as, you know, impulsive or whatever it may be, but for me, it was a very firm decision. And I knew that ultimately I could change my reality if I wanted to, and so I did. And it was the best decision I ever made, because it ultimately allowed me to propel myself in the direction of my goals and in the direction that I actually wanted to go towards. And as a result, I've been able to fend for myself. I've been able to learn more about myself through the process of it. And I would be lying to you. I would be 100% lying to you if there weren't ups and downs in the process of learning more about myself, educating myself, and getting myself into this entrepreneurial type realm, if you will. But I'll tell you this, the payoff was well worth the pain that it took to ultimately get here. And so another topic that I want to lead that into is that you need to choose your hard, right? Life is hard regardless. Life is difficult. But here's the reality. It's difficult for everybody. And so there are multiple different instances in which you can choose your hard. You can choose your good, you can choose your easy, and you can choose your difficult and bad, if you view it that way. And so what I mean by that is we all have the choice to work out or not, right? And ultimately, it's going to be hard one way or another. It's hard to go to the gym. It's hard to eat healthy, and it's hard to take care of yourself. But you know what's also hard? Being overweight, fat, and miserable. And that's just a harsh reality that people need to come to, is that you are the dictator of it. You're the person that ultimately gets to dictate where your life goes. And you can't let anybody else have control over that, because I promise you, you will not be where you want to be if you continue down that route. And so I encourage, I influence, I try to tell you all, if you can take anything away from this message, is do what the fuck you want to do. And that's the whole point that I'm trying to get across in why I dropped out, is because I didn't want to do it anymore. I wanted to do what I wanted to do. And so in some form or manner, you have to be a little bit selfish. It's okay. You know, in a world that tells you not to be selfish and to be completely selfless, it's a beautiful quality to be selfless, but it's also a beautiful quality at times to be selfish and do what you want to do, because it's your life. And at the end of the day, when your time is gone, you're going to be regretting the things that you didn't do. You're going to be regretting the things that you passed up on because you thought it was going to be hard. You thought it was going to be difficult. Well, I think the dying with regret is a lot harder than anything that you could ever endeavor in and do. So the real point is, building a business is hard, but so is not building a business and regretting it. Spending time with the right type of people can be difficult. Finding those people and seeking them out can be difficult. But spending your time with low-life people that are bringing you down and are ultimately trying to bring you to their level because that's the perception that they have of you is also very hard, because you realize very quickly that these are the people that you don't want to be around. And as a result, your emotional life takes turmoil. And so do what you want to do, guys. Fucking do what you want to do. I believe in every single one of you. And I know anybody that's watching this video, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0 people that's watching this video, I know you can all fucking do it. And I believe in you. And I pray for all of you that abundance and love and gratitude comes into your life in a sheer flow state. And that's just kind of what I wanted to do today, is make that little video for you guys. It's a very simple, short video. I'm here for nothing but encouragement and positivity, because I've seen the benefit that it's had for me. So God bless all of you. Have a fantastic day today. Do what you can do, improve little by little, and become the best version of yourself. So God bless. Enjoy your day. Take care.